I never imagined that HOA Karen calling the cops on my daughter would escalate into one of the most embarrassing and dramatic confrontations of her life. But that afternoon, as my daughter was walking home from a nearby park, Karen appeared at the edge of my property, frantically dialing 911 and insisting that a minor was trespassing and engaging in suspicious activity, and I immediately grabbed my phone to start recording the situation while stepping outside to intervene safely, knowing that my daughter was entirely within her legal rights to be on public pathways and private property she had permission to access. And as Karen continued shouting into the phone, claiming that I was ignoring community safety, I calmly approached, identified myself, and explained to the responding officers that the alleged violations were entirely fabricated and that she had no authority to dictate my daughter's movements or presence on public or private property. And as I provided proof of residency, age, and permissions, the officers listened politely while Karen insisted she had enforcement duties as a board member, citing rules she clearly misinterpreted or fabricated. And I showed the deputies a detailed map, property deeds, and school attendance verification to clarify that no law, HOA regulation, or bylaw justified her interference, and the officers, recognizing the absurdity of her claims, gently but firmly instructed her to cease and desist, informing her that making false reports and harassing residents, especially minors, could result in criminal charges and immediate removal from any HOA committee positions. As she sputtered and tried to argue further, my daughter walked up beside me, smiling and holding her school bag, proving to the deputies that no wrongdoing had occurred, and I calmly narrated the situation on camera, documenting Karen's threats, misrepresentations, and aggressive behavior, while neighbors who had witnessed the event began recording and providing statements, further corroborating the truth and exposing her pattern of harassment. And once the deputies ensured that no laws had been broken by my daughter and that Karen had overstepped every possible boundary, they advised her to leave immediately and warned that any future false complaints would result in arrests and fines, which left her visibly flustered and muttering threats as she walked away. Later, I submitted all footage, witness statements, and official documentation to the HOA board, which led to her removal from any committee or enforcement role, a formal reprimand, and a written notice prohibiting further interference with residents' children or private activities. And the neighborhood quickly circulated the videos and reports, reinforcing that private residents and their families are fully protected under law, that HOA overreach has strict limits, and that any future attempts to harass or intimidate residents, particularly minors, would be met with immediate legal action, leaving me confident that my daughter's rights, my property, and our family's peace were fully safeguarded while HOA Karen's credibility and influence were permanently damaged.